There we go. All right, so game number 1, A Greek Economy versus UCF Death Knights on Infernal Shrines, with first pick going to A Greek. What do you think is going to be like, or the first ban rather, is going to be going to A Greek? What do you think is going to be the top
Uh,
ban?
I think Diablo is just like broke right now. So if they either need to decide right now between, in my opinion, the Diablo, the Genji, or maybe like a Maiev.
Well,
I think
yeah,
it's a Maiev.
yeah. Especially with the new round of patches that just came out today, Diablo definitely got a lot more strength. Maiev got a little bit of nerf, but I don't think it's a big deal. They do ban out the Genji. I think it's probably a good scout for them.
Indeed. So they picked the Stukov first, so that's going to leave up like a Diablo, which I think is very strong right now. I wonder if they're going to pick it. I wonder if they've been practicing it at all. It's really going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, Garrosh is available. Diablo is available. Kane, if they already see the Stukov, if they need somebody that has a lot of that sustained healing in the late game. Alex Straza, obviously, this is one of her best maps. With especially with Diablo now being newly buffed again, essentially, Diablo Alex Straza has always been a kind of a staple for this map.
Yeah, definitely. Normally, like to see it with a pretty big dive comp with the Maiev. So I think taking away the Maiev makes that Straza pick just a little bit weaker. But
that's true. Looks like we might have some comms problems on one team, but they should still be able to draft. Yeah, move into an NGS lobby. They picked up Diablo and actually going with the Garrosh. So going a lot of displacement. Garrosh throw, Junkrat bomb, gets people off the point. Especially there's a lot of those choke points where people have to walk through for Junkrat. Yeah, they're just picking these up quick.
Yeah, Snap Hanzo Johanna.
Yeah, they definitely have a plan moving into this.
So I think Cookie plays a ton of Genji, like we saw, and then I think his kind of second go-to is the Hanzo too. So I'm not really too surprised that they snap it up this early. I think it's a pretty good comfort pick for him.
They didn't want to be have the second ban possibly on it. I mean, so they're seeing. Are they going to be looking for a banning on a solo lane here? I would imagine they already see the healer tank, one of their main ranged DPS. Is there anyone specifically that they might be scared of? Maybe the Dahaka, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, I was thinking that Dahaka. Otherwise, I mean, Sonya is always really strong and really threatening in the solo lane. I would say those two are probably at the top of the list.
Yeah. And then, I mean, they still have to think about what UCF is going to want to pick afterwards. They get the next 2 picks. They got to think about who's going to be the best counter to the next 2 picks that we want. If they want to pick the Sonya.
Definitely. I'm kind of interested to see that there was no Diablo picked up, even after a lot of teams already rated her pretty high up. And with the Lightning Breath being unbanned now and the buffs coming through, I'm actually really surprised that no team has snatched her up really early.
Yeah, it was a very quick Joanna. I mean, they probably wanted the Joanna just because they saw Garrosh right away. She's kind of just gets in Garrosh's face saying, throw me, I don't care, I'll just use my trait. But we see the Blaze ban. So not the Dahaka, but it does get rid of one of the solo laners.
Interesting Kael'thas ban when they already have kind of like a Junkrat Meiji type already.
Yeah, it's kind of a follow-up. Maybe they're more scared of not wanting to spread chain bombs. It's kind of one of those heroes that just becomes annoying with your positioning. But I'm assuming that they just don't want to have to deal with that type of mentality in the team fights.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to avoid maybe just blowing someone up, I'm guessing. Or just that shrine control that they would have with the Phoenix.
Are you opposed? I don't know. I mean, granted, I don't know too much about the teams because I don't follow that closely on Division A East, but I would actually kind of be okay with a Kerrigan here.
Yeah, I was thinking A Greek could take the Kerrigan. I was actually sniffing a Zeratul for UCF. We'll see if they go it, though.
Oh, yeah, Zeratul jumping on that Hanzo in the background, especially on the Stukov VP.
Yeah, it could be really interesting. And it would give them a lot of, other stuff. Maybe the Garrosh can just run in and taunt.
Lucio over the Deckard Kane.
And over Malf.
And over Malf. Yeah, so that's a very high priority on Lucio. And Malfi roots, I mean, Lucio provides no zoning capabilities. Not really any follow-up on Garrosh. And Artanis. What?
And I'm stumped.
I don't know. I'm not really sure what that helps with. I mean, I guess it's somebody that just wanted to play. I don't really see if there's any type of sneak here. with Artaeus.
Cassia. So Cassia counters the Gray Man, so that's a pretty strong pick.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she does that well into a Garrosh until maybe Ward Traveler at 7 if they decide to do that.
Yeah.
She will do really well at 16 and 20, so it's also known as a pretty good tank shredder. But earlier on, she kind of struggles a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Cassia recently got, honestly, a pretty good buff on overall. She got 200 plus health and then only lost 20 armor, which a lot would be like that's not comparable. But I feel like 200 health for Cassia, where her biggest threat was when she's standing still and not getting the armor bonus, anyways. I mean,
right.
I think Cassia's probably in a lot better spot now than before.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think Cassia's really high up actually on the assassin chains, especially with how much auto attack there is right now.
But the thing is that they go into Cassia with not really seeing the double front line. I mean, granted, they can assume there's going to be a double front line because they still need to get a solo laner. You're not going to run 4 back line. But, I mean, if it's like a Sonya, Cassia gets a lot less value from him, even going charge strikes.
So what do they go here?
Yeah, Sonya. I'm just very interested on the Artanis. I don't know what the thought process there. That's if A Greeks win and they come in for the interview, that's definitely going to be the question. We'll have to remember for later. Or if we know if we see it during this game, to some type of synergy between Artanis. I mean, maybe the blinds? I'm assuming the long blind.
I'm guessing the blind, yeah. Also maybe...
Because they have Joanna already, that for 1 blind. Artanis blind. Maybe a comfort pick.
So they're actually putting Decade, who normally is in the solo, on the Stukov now.
Oh, interesting, yeah. Alright, so, I mean, right off the bat... Ooh, can't switch scenes. So, right off the bat, what are your predictions for how these kind of team fights are going to go? Like, what is UCF going to be looking for in the middle of a team fight? Their combos. I mean, they have Garrosh, the Junkrat, but who should they focus? I mean, Hanzo's pretty hard to focus in there.
Hanzo's definitely hard to focus. I think they're trying to go for a blow up with a single target isolation, right? So they're going to speed boost the Garrosh, and Garrosh is going to stun someone. They're going to dive on him with the Greymane, and then they're going to try to stun with the Sonya and just try to blow that person up. I think that it should not be enough burst to take down a Cassia or an Artanis or a Joe.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking...
Especially if any of them get silenced by Stukov.
That A-Greek, yeah. That A-Greek should technically have the better like runaway factor from that. A-Greek is kind of going for more of a sit back, poke, and kind of let their DPS do a lot of the talking. With that Johanna pick up front, I think.
Mm-hmm. I mean, both of them have the opportunity to get isolations on one hero. I mean, if Artanis gets a God Swap, that's an isolation. You have Garrosh, Speed Boost, and Lucio Boop, and Junkrat Bomb to get isolation. But let's get into game number 1. So on the left-hand blue side, A-Greek Economy, we got Decade on the Stukov, Olive Farmer on the Joanna, Bishop Mist on the Cassia, Cookie on the Hanzo, and Crux Bonder on the Artanis.
And on the right side, we have the UCF Death Knights, led by Lucio, who's being played by Jackster, and then Greymane, who's played by Ashbash. Junkrat is being played by Snipe. Garrosh is playing by Red Conscript. And Sonya's being played by Codex.
The names are overlapping each other. But, alright, so we're going to see this little bit of a brawl in the middle. See if we get any swaps. I think A-Greek is actually going to be looking for maybe try to catch the rotation from Sonya. But they're going to be a little bit of delay.
Oh, nice swap.
That was already an instant swap with the instant blow up. Hanzo taking all of the Junkrat bombs, though.
Yeah, Hanzo definitely took a lot of damage. We're actually seeing perfect aim, the Greymane Q talent at level 1. So I wonder if he's going to go into the Q build. I'm kind of worried about how that leaves them with their...
kill potential?
Tank. Yeah, their kind of tank killing potential.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that instant Junkrat kill leaves UCF way behind on this rotations. He's kind of almost all of their... not all, like half of their wave clear.
And we're also seeing target practice, the Hanzo Q build. So we're going to see a lot of long-range Qs being shot out.
I mean, do you think you took... I mean, usually you take the W build on this map for the monster damage, right? I mean, not really too much on the Q build.
Normally you take W at 1 and then Q at 4 because you're going to need the wave clear, I think.
Wow, that's true.
And then W at 7, I think. So I don't think it's a terrible Q build map. Oh, especially with the Cassia already auto attack. Oh man, they're just running at him.
I mean, there was a little bit of, I feel like, a hesitation from the Garrosh. He was almost scared to throw the Joanna.
Yep.
And try to just walk up to him.
Can they trade? And they can.
Oh, the Lucio. Oh, and he's going to get out.
Speed boost.
Taking the long way around, but he gets out. So it does go 2 for 1. It really ran away. Yeah, we saw in that team fight. So Joanna A-Greeks had great positioning there to catch that rotation since they had the lead. But you saw like Garrosh was kind of just getting focused, and he couldn't decide if he wanted to throw Joanna or try to bait out and run up to a DPS and throw that one to get more value. Ended up probably picking the wrong decision in my opinion. It's easy enough just to throw Joanna away from your team to stop the engage.
Right. And the big thing all started kind of with that level 1 kill is that they're just so far ahead in rotation now that they can stop the rotates from UCF. They can just play very aggressive into them.
Yeah, but surprisingly now they actually are ahead in experience. Probably because A-Greek has been a little bit more aggressive. About even. But
yeah, but
nope.
They missed a little bit of that last wave there.
And A-Greek's finally rotating down to get some type of camps. There's actually been no camp pressure yet from either team. Now Greymane for UCF going over there.
So the interesting pathing now changed with those bot marks is that they actually go into lane now, which I think is actually almost worse.
Yeah.
Because before they would just sit there and just shoot that tower.
Yeah,
it used to just be really, really strong.
100%
now
worse.
they have to clear like all minion waves.
A-Greek once again showing a lot of aggression, almost trying to invade that camp. We're in vigorous uptake for the Stukov, so he's going to want to be sitting around his team, getting a lot of heals. Haven't really been paying attention to the solo lane, but it's been pretty even, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks very even.
No team has either taken tower damage, so that means Artanis has been just sitting up here getting the shield and heals.
So A-Greek decides to go for the early shrine instead of taking their camp out, so I wonder how this is going to go.
Yeah, now these Khazra are pushing out mid. I mean, a lot of times with these type of fights, oh, they're looking for the big swap, gets it on Greymane, but he's going to be able to dive in.
I think Garrosh is just dead.
Ooh, just not enough healing from the Lucio. So you probably see them now rotate out, push out some lands while they wait for Garrosh. Oh.
Good move.
They're still going to have Junkrat kind of just poke in here. Nah, this is... so easy first Punisher going to A-Greeks. But the lane's pushed out, which helps them out, which helps UCF a little bit.
Definitely helps UCF, and they're already starting to soak bot lane. They're probably just bait it over, let the Greymane just kind of sit on it and try to dumpster it, and then yeah, let's see if they're gonna go camp for A-Greek right now.
Yeah, A-Greek's not even really pushing out the first one. Doesn't even care about getting that first damage. I mean, they can still get that first wall. Can they? They might not even be able to get the first wall now.
I don't think they're gonna get anything. I don't know if that was the right play.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a Junkrat bomb that you can just throw somebody over the wall. Punisher's already dead.
And that's such a big thing to take out too.
Yeah, I'm not really sure with that call. I feel like I mean, usually with the first Punisher, you can at least get a wall, which, I mean, it's limited experience. It's less experience now with the new patch, but still something.
Yeah, so it's very interesting that both the Hanzo went Q build and then the Cassie actually went Q build too. So
Two mages.
There isn't going to be as much tank shred as I initially thought. I would say still do martial law, but then you're giving up Pierce at 16. So it's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, A-Greek is just so aggressive. They're just always looking for these rotations.
Good unstoppable, good speed.
Looking at this damage, so Artanis is actually able to sneak in the Shaman camp up top lane. It makes sense now to take it a little bit now since the next portal is top lane, so it's easy to clear out those mercs. They don't really get as much value if the tribute was on bottom, not tribute, but objective was on bottom. Sonya taking some damage.
Yeah, I don't know how much Sonya actually cares about that though. Like, it's already dead. I don't think it got anything.
No, I mean it's one of those things that still gives you experience, still puts some pressure. Actually, put very little pressure.
Goes down. Just so much damage coming out.
Yeah, actually look at the damage. Junkrat's actually beaten out Hanzo by 3k.
Yeah, but I feel like all of A-Greek's damage is like execute damage.
Yeah, it's
I feel like
focused.
UCF has like a ton of poke damage with Greymane Qs and like Junkrat Qs, etc. But don't really have any executes.
The full 5-man here to just invade this camp.
5v5 for the camp. Let's see.
Ooh, but they didn't kill it in time. That Junkrat bomb actually pushed the Shaman far enough away where they couldn't clear it fast enough. That's actually feels a little bit bad, man.
Yeah, I got a little nervous when they pushed it over the wall and they were kind of auto-attacking it.
Yeah.
But it seemed to end up pretty good for him.
But now this is a lot better for the Sonya because Artanis has a much harder time clearing out these minions than Sonya did. Maybe not too much. Sonya's not really going to put any pressure here.
Let's see what we got on quests here. Garrosh is at 5 stacks. Greymaine's at 7.
Yeah, 7
Junkrat's
for
at
only being...
51. Cassie's getting up. She's at 29 right now, so she'll probably be the first one done.
Yeah, it's pretty even for Cassia quest versus Greymane quest. I mean, having 7 cocktails... Oh, especially with how much they've been team fighting, it's actually been helping out Greymane more often than not.
Right.
Because it's really hard to get that quest done. If you're not team fighting at all.
So I wonder if we're going to see a fight for bottom here.
Doesn't look like it.
Here comes Joanna back. She's going to scout. Here comes the rest of the team rotating down. They need to hurry and burn this.
Oh, yeah, they have to give this because Greymane's not there.
Yeah, Greymaine's on theirs. There's Arrow.
Good Unstoppable again. That's, what, Arrow for Sound Barrier and Blessed Shield. Probably worth for UCF, honestly. But they're both very short cooldown, so I don't think it really matters. They'll probably still even use it for this next objective fight.
Yeah, I mean, Shield's only have 40 seconds left. I'm kind of interested to see that neither of these solo laners want to start this. They both do very well with amateur opponent and with Sonya being Sonya.
Yeah, they're both kind of just playing chicken. Now it's the question is who clears middle out first? They're just constantly fighting.
I mean, A-Greg just has the aggression all the time. They're just on.
Yeah, and they're getting Garrosh kills. I mean, he's down 4 deaths as a Garrosh. That's hard to do. But they're making it work pretty easily. Making him melt like butter, honestly. Now the Sonya's going to be in trouble.
So would you see the suppression post for the Cassia help of the Artanis? Other than that, pretty much everything pretty standard. Wrath of the Berserker coming out from Sonya. I'm like a huge fan of Leap now.
I am too, honestly.
It's pretty nuts sometimes.
It's another way to jump onto...
Free jump on.
Yeah.
And comboing.
That's just another way to get onto that Hanzo that's in the back line.
Think about like a leap into like a...
Riptire?
Yeah, Riptire into just running at them.
Speaking of Riptire, we got a big one. Honestly, just demolished Hanzo and Chunks.
Goodness, that did so much damage.
So this time they were not able to burn the Garrosh fast enough, and then Junkrat gets a flip on the Cassia, but there was no really close enough, and they just deleted Hanzo in that team fight.
So they got about what 20 seconds to burn down the shrine.
Yeah, before either Hanzo or Artanis come back in. There's no Dragon Arrow, so he can't global ultimate there. I mean, they can still poke decently well with Stukov. Probably won't be able to get this, though.
Cassie needs 2 more to complete her quest. And then we'll a lot more lightning balls coming out.
Alright, let's see if UCF is going to let this one just go for free like A-Greeks did.
Well,
doesn't look like
wall's almost dead. They should be diving this so hard.
Oh, actually did not mess it up. Did not bait it over the wall. So this is definitely a free front wall. Now we're going to be... pay attention to this Junkrat now because we're going to be looking at these bombs to try to push him out of the range. Or out of... behind the Punisher.
That second leap should be coming. There's the toss. There's the stun. Good arrow.
Oh, but the counter damage... Well, since all 5 were there, they still got pretty aggressive.
Hanzo Q. Oh.
So
Sonya's soaks bottom during this time. They got a wall.
Yeah, honestly, it still worked out for UCF even with the Garrosh death.
Well, they're up half a level now, too.
Yep. I mean, that was a team fight. Like, they just... Even though Artanis kind of baited the second jump and got stunned, it honestly almost got blown up. But the counter aggression between Ball Lightning and Dragon Arrow just took too much damage. Junkrat's got so many bomb stacks at 10 minutes into the game. Only level 13.
This is completely nuts. He's like... Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
he's almost halfway.
Yeah, once he gets 20 or endless nades and gets 20, he's going to be pumping out some damage. Still quite a while for Hanzo to go. Let's see if there's a way to click to see how many he needs to hit. Does not tell me.
No, I don't know.
Still 5 members here.
At, what, 3?
Yeah.
So if I had to guess, I'd probably say the Sonya is one, right?
Nice sound barrier. Yeah. Yeah, most likely Sonya.
Sonya, maybe the Greymane?
Yeah. It's unfortunate that the UI doesn't let us know.
That's pretty sad.
Sonya going the Whirlwind and then Poison Spear.
Yeah, definitely very interesting talents. Let's see if they just siege into mid here and just don't care. I mean, they've been wanting to fight all game, so I'm not really surprised that they're just going to run down mid. Let's see how long they stay.
Sonya was able to get top fort though. I mean, granted the next Punisher's not going to be top for a while, but that's always top value because that means those Shamans are going to be pushing on to keep now every time those get taken. Man, this is... They're always looking for fights. Sonya's now here. Now it's a 4v5 on UCF's favor, so they're looking to invade this. Artanis is going to be a little bit behind on the rotation.
This is very good aggression, especially into that Junkrat who can just lob bombs on that hallway.
Big taunt. Got the zoning round, but Lucio's so low.
There's the execute. There's two.
Yeah, Grammy coming in with a double kill on both the Hanzo and the Joanna.
And it gets tossed away. Oh man, they went right back to that camp too.
I know, no kidding. After just losing 2, I guess they realized that the other team was low enough that they probably couldn't re-engage until Lucio healed them all up.
Oh, they're going for it. Oh, too late.
So this is gonna, I mean, honestly, it doesn't even really give them a lead on the objective just because the death timers are gonna be up before the objective even starts. Kind of just gave them a free level, which is scary enough. They're gonna be the first ones to 16, which means that should secure this objective.
Yeah, they're going to be the first to 16 by like a whole level too, so it's not even going to be something where it's going to be that close.
Yeah, they wouldn't even be able to delay it.
Down.
Yep, level 16 just reached. We do have the Executioner. And then...
And it is endless nades.
Yeah. He's going to be able to lob these in there during any of these team fights. Ooh, they were looking for that pick. And A-Greek is still being aggressive. Down 16s. Artanis is way far behind.
Bye.
Bye. That was pretty aggressive for being down a talent tier.
Very aggressive for being in there solo. Jackster hanging out.
Stukov still gets the root. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much they can contest here, honestly.
We got camp times. I feel like A-Greek just shouldn't even be here anymore. Like, they should be running bottom right now.
Yeah, 100%. Getting some value somewhere else on the map. They know they're not going to get this. So this, I mean, Junkrat now is 15k more damage than the Cassia, which is only 2k ahead of Hanzo. So he's definitely pumping out some poke damage.
Definitely, definitely. And they are blowing through the shrine. And the best part is, like, all this poke damage that UCF is taking, Lucio doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
It's just like, thanks for the free heals. Thanks for padding my numbers.
Look at that. I mean, he's only 2k up.
Oh! Fail bait again. Is this, like...
Is that intended?
I feel like it is. This is number 2 times. This is the second time that we've seen it.
Well, 3rd time, technically. He's had the... Artanis has been jumped on every time he's done the dash. Oh. No swap. The blinds comes out.
Silence out.
They're just going to disengage.
There's 2 ultis down. They do clean up the Punisher, though. So it actually is pretty good to burn 2 ults there when you're down to 16 and they have Punisher, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, it scares them off and makes sure that you're not really going to get turned on, essentially. Which allows them to get 16. I mean, that's been 2 Punishers. Actually, it's been 3 Punishers in the game. Most that they've gotten is just walls, essentially. The first Punisher didn't get anything. But second 2 have both gotten walls for their forts. Sonya is the one that took that fort after the Punisher went onto it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing very much dive after the Punisher, which is really weird to me. Because normally that's kind of the strat is you get a Punisher, you dive it.
Well, now... Yeah, especially with the Artanis. I mean, Artanis gets... Did he get thrown that one after he got leapt on by the Punisher? I think Garrosh got silenced by Stukov.
I think the second time... Yeah, at top 4 he did. But not that one at mid.
Ooh. This looks like a gank.
Artanis again?
Yeah.
Strand swap. Good blind, though.
Ooh, big dragon arrow. They're taking a lot of damage. Honestly, they could probably still turn on this. Yeah.
You can just Lucio speed away, though.
Yeah.
So now they don't have arrow, and they're probably going to play aggressive on that other camp, right?
Yeah, I would like to see that just because if they know that arrow's not out. Though. Taunt's still going to be up for another 30, but it's not that big of a deal. Still a 4v4. Sonya's rotating down.
So this makes it a 5v4 now. And we're seeing a lot of cast queues coming out.
At this point, I feel like Garrosh is just probably okay just to throw throw Joanna, because you're still going to put a lot of threat onto him. Blowing just a throw for all of their ultimates pretty much to save Joanna.
Yeah, you just gotta worry though that like that gives the Johanna an into to your backline.
Yeah, throwing the Blessed Shield.
Right, and then you get a free Blessed Shield, then a free Silence, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, Cassia's in your backline.
True. What do they do here? They're still down that level, so it's kind of the race to 20 now. But we're gonna have an objective before 20's hit for either team. But we should anyways. Next objective should be spawning in about 30 seconds.
Are they gonna go for the aggressive play again here?
I mean,
I don't think they should.
might as well keep doing what you're doing.
They are. There they are.
Nice boop to save it. They're still looking for the fight. Big arrow.
Very big arrow. Good sound barrier.
And nobody dies. Sonya goes back in for the poison spear. Oh no, but
Garrosh
Garrosh!
getting very low. Sonya's spinning on them all.
So, still surprisingly, nobody died on either team. Both teams got very low, and Camp got killed instantly.
Yep, very good sound barrier. Very good silence out by the Stukov.
Man, that was right on point with that objective timing. Alright, so level 16s now for A Greek. I also had it for a while, but I haven't had the talents up. Got the Twin Blades distance for Artanis. Hoping he can jump on there a little farther.
I remember when that hero first came out, and that wasn't baseline that you charged.
Oh yeah, it was
like
so low.
Mandatory that you went that.
Yeah. His charge was like basically just outside of his auto attack range. It was terrible.
No, I think it was an auto attack, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, essentially.
Yo, going in the back line. Just
So,
open.
Hanzo has arrow up in 8 seconds. Nice root on the Sonya. We have sound barrier up in 15, so they probably want to hold this. Sound barrier has been the thing that's been saving them during these fights.
Yeah, I definitely think they're waiting for that sound barrier. But meanwhile, they're kind of poking in that shrine, I guess. Junkrat's actually doing a lot more there than I thought he was going to.
Yeah, he's...
Where do you see the blank?
Oh my god, these bombs are stealing so many kills. It's so close.
There's arrow. No, nothing there though.
The big sound barrier once again, trying to get those throws. Still not the best focus. Garrosh does the taunt. Greymane's going on for the kill to Cassia.
Everyone is just so low.
What is going on? Finally, Artanis dies.
39.
Holy
and
cow.
Close it out. Oh my goodness, that was about as close as you can get to a shrine.
And the Lucio speed picking up 3 kills there.
With the boot. Yeah. Gets the garage in there. Oh my.
With this death timer right with the Punisher. Yeah, they can definitely take keep.
They need keep or core, I guess. It's still 45 seconds to throw up.
And 20s. 2-level lead.
Yeah. Oh man.
I mean, granted, there's no ultimates available, but I mean, taunt in 10 seconds, especially with the taunt reset from the Garrosh. If they get a kill during the taunt, that can snowball.
I just want to point out the Junkrat stacks. 186.
Oh my god. How much?
I don't think I've ever seen one that high.
He's doing so much damage.
Like an action.
Honestly, he must never miss. I mean, this Junkrat is going to be chunking. I actually want to look. I just want to watch.
Still have 10 seconds. This Punisher's full
Being,
HP.
And be a little.
I think this is game.
Yeah, Greymane gets on the core. A good blind, at least to delay it a little bit. But now they got Punisher there.
Oh, there's the blind.
Ooh, a nice delay to get the Punisher off the core.
Yeah.
They're just doing so much damage to us. Greymane has literally not moved, just going on to the core.
That's game.
Game number 1.
Very well played by UCF. That last team fight, that was so close to being an A-grade Punisher. It was 39-39. I'm not joking, for like 3 seconds. It was just sitting there and nobody was killing one of the minions.
Oh my gosh. And then they lasted for forever. Like, both teams were so low. Junkrat damage, though. 20? I mean, actually still only 15k higher than Cassia, but I mean, this is just all poke. Cassia has to get in there to do it.
Well, Cassia went Q-build, so she's all poke too. I think that was kind of the flaw with their plan. I feel like Cassia has to be the one just running in there auto-attacking.
Do you think charge strikes?
Sitting on that Garrosh and just melting him with, it would be Laws at 16, so it would just be so much, like, damage.
Yeah, so you think charge strikes or would have been better? Or not charge, what was that? Level 1?
Yeah. Charge strike at 1.
Yeah.
I think so, because I think you need a tank shredder on that team. You don't have anything that shreds a tank. I mean, they did do a ton of damage to the Garrosh all game, but when it came down to it at the last team fight, when you need that damage, all of a sudden it's not there anymore.
Alright, you can keep talking about stuff while I get the next game set up. Do you guys want...
You have the boss me snacks.
Want first pick? Or
Yeah, I definitely thought that Punishers were really misused until that last push. But there was already so many people down that was kind of their big option to just take the game over from that point. And it's pretty hard to kill a Sonya Greymane on the core. I don't know what 20 Lucio took, though. If you would have taken Bossa Nova, then that means that they can just sit there and just spam.
Took bonus track. Swapping crossfades tracks while Ump It Up is active. We'll set it back to its max duration. Alright, so let me do a little bit of...
So I wonder what UCF is going to do going into this game. I wonder if they're still going to ban out the Genji knowing that they have first pick. Or if they're comfortable taking the Genji for their own team.
All right.
But I feel like they almost have to snap pick it because A-Greek just loves that Genji. So I wonder if they're just going to go back into it.
I think they probably have to ban it again. I think that was probably the right call in the first place.
I think so.
So game number 2, since A-Greek lost, they had the option of either being first pick or picking the map, and they decided to pick Towers of Doom.
I wonder if they have some certain strategy that they want to run, or if they just like this map and it's a comfort pick, or if they have some pocket strat that they feel like they can definitely run on it and get the series tied. Very interesting game 1, though.
Yeah, I'm just still so kind of dumbfounded by the Artanis. I think there's some people in chat saying that it was kind of his other solo lane comfort pick, so I think that might have been the play.
That's kind of what it seemed like was a comfort pick. I wonder why he did the swapping over the wall. I wonder if he was trying to bait it to the point where it's like if you go out and then you pause for a second, then you come back, if you can hit it at that pause, and then you can bait it.
Yeah, but then you get stunned. Yeah.
Is a question. You're getting the forward into it.
Where is this other guy? Why can I not find him? The game. Yeah, basically, because what it does is it puts your Artanis at such a risk by doing the dash out like that.
Right, it's not like you're baiting it over anyways, and there's nothing that's going to actually get accomplished by it other than your Artanis is going to get initiated on.
Yeah, I mean, there's both times, essentially, Artanis got stunned by the Punisher outside the wall, and then basically gets thrown by Garrosh. I think the only time he didn't die the first time, the second Punisher was because of the Stukov silence, I think, interrupted Garrosh. Yeah,
it's definitely interesting to see the flow of the game really change when, we see all that early aggression come out by A-Greek, and then all of a sudden they get a Punisher, and then they just don't really do that much with it, and they go take a camp. It's just kind of really weird to me that, you're playing aggressive all game and all of a sudden you actually take the first Punisher and then all of a sudden you just don't want to fight. Yeah,
that was a pretty weird call. So basically just gave up the at least 500 experience on the front 2 towers. You're not going to get any kills out of it, but you could, maybe they were scared of Junkrat Bomb. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I feel like with the Punisher over the wall, that's a time to take that, so you don't have to be as scared of it anymore.
The Loyal Trader says, "Where's Mika?" She is deciding to sleep on tile instead of in the crate. Mika. No, I won't wake you. All right, well, we're all ready for game number 2.
On Towers of Doom.
All right.
So we were talking a lot about that global in the first game. We are definitely going to see a global this game. Either a global or an ABBA or...
Well, it seems like... So A-Greek doesn't seem like they want to play the Dahaka. Or maybe they just didn't... I don't know. Maybe their solo laner is not too proficient on Dahaka, which might be unfortunate. But... obviously on towers, there's so much prioritization on the bot lane. Yeah, once again, ban out the Genji. I mean, taking some notes from Crisis Management, I think, is who played them last week.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
And then Stukov ban. So they really prioritize that Stukov, A Greek does, because they first picked it last time when they were. And then they ban it this time. So they must think that it's really good. I'm going to just see a Diablo pick this game. I'm sniffing an Abazair tool.
Are you? From who?
From UCF.
Ooh, spicy.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me on that chat.
Random says, honestly, the Lucio pick was pretty good. Only 2 heroics can interrupt the sound barrier. Yeah, I mean, it's not wrong. It's pretty hard. It'd be pretty hard for a Greek to interrupt sound barrier at that point because you only had Dragon Arrow. I guess you had Silence if you happen to root Silence Lucio, but the sound barriers definitely kept him in the fight a lot. Like, some of the sound barriers were pretty clutch.
And very good sound barriers, yeah. The only thing that I would be worried about with Lucio going into a Stukov is sometimes, especially when you're just moving around, sometimes you can just walk into one of those silences on accident when you're trying to get the whole team into a
during the wall ride.
Into a sound barrier. Garrosh again?
They first picked it last time, right?
Yes.
Old first round since they were first 2.
Material Blaze. So we're going to see the tank and the solo come out.
I think this could still be an Abathur comp from them. Tyrael's usually picked with an Abathur with the carry, so that way you have Sanctification with the clone and whoever dies on it, like a Grey Main. I mean, they banned out Stukov though, so that gets rid of some of their silencing of limiting somebody out.
Also, normally you want like a solo in there to do a little bit more DPS than a Blaze, I think. With the Abba, because you're going to have to make up for that damage until you get a clone.
I mean, Abba Hat is already a lot of damage. I mean, Abba Hat on a Blaze basically makes sure that Blaze will actually win every solo lane. But, I mean, granted, they also could just not pick Abba, so we're just speculating.
I want to see some cheese. I want to see Lost Vikings. I want to see Abathur. I want to see...
Yeah, I mean, this is...
I want to see a Zagara this game.
Ooh, with the buffs. I mean, this is UCF's chance to just finish it out. Just be done with this match, move on to the next, and move on to the finals. Beating out A Greek.
There's that Comfort Lucio again, and the Comfort Junkrat. So definitely a lot of comfort coming out from UCF. I mean, 3 of the 3 heroes. Doesn't matter, you know.
I mean, if you have a Junkrat that gets up to 184 stacks, if you can get that done again, I think it's pretty hard to lose once you get 20 with the Junkrat. Everybody says, you know, Nazeebo level 20. And banning out Kael'thas again.
Kael'thas again.
They really must not like Kael'thas at all. Unless UCF has a one-trick Kael'thas.
And the Vala.
Yeah, getting rid of one of the carries.
Hanzo again?
I won't. I don't know if I want
I would
Hanzo.
actually just love like a Meltrate. Oh, a hammer. Oh my goodness. And an Ariel.
No Decker Cane? Wait, so the Sergeant Hammer, Tyrael Sanctification,
Blaze Bunker?
Blaze Bunker. I mean, that's a lot of protection for Hammer, but I mean, I guess the best they can do there is... I feel like that doesn't help you invade too much, though. Like, Hammer sieges up in the back, and you're like, okay, well, we're just going to walk slightly out of range.
This actually would be the perfect times for a Lost Vikings, and you just, like, send them all 4-lane bot, and then you just, like, they can't do anything to you.
Wait. Oh, like having the Vikings on the 2 lanes?
Yeah, and then you just 4-man push bot by A Greek.
I mean, isn't
you can't
Hammer
really
one
do
of the...
much into a Hammer. Am I wrong?
Wait, Hammer's one of the better defenders against a 4-man.
No. A Greek picks it next.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I could like that.
Yeah.
That would be tough for UCF to defend.
And I think that they need to think about that. But running out of
No,
time.
they're picking the Kerrigan this time.
Kerrigan, Leoric. Interesting.
But, I mean, Leoric's got that double soak availability. He can usually beat out Blaze. It kind of goes back and forth, but no funness with Lost Vikings or Abathur getting the Glitwood. So that's
there goes my whole night.
That's 2 big backliners with a Tyrael front line. I mean, that Tyrael's usually a lot more within the engagements. Now he's playing super defensive. He gets the extra shields to help out Ariel. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think it's bad. The problem is that when a Hammer siege is up, Junkrat's just going to throw mines at throw bombs at him. And he just doesn't care. Junkrat can sit safely.
They picked Kerrigan into Hammer. I'm not really sure what Kerrigan's going to do here. Because it's in double tank. You have shields on Tyrael. Hammer literally just concussions her away. Maybe they're trying to bait it like Garrosh runs in first. hits the concussive, then Kerrigan comes in, or vice versa.
I got the perfect plan. Okay, Garrosh throws the Kerrigan in, and they sound barrier her, and then she dies, and then the rest of the team runs in and they wipe.
The rest of the team runs in. I don't know. I mean, Junkrat Bomb, until Hammer gets range at 7, Junkrat Bomb can actually knock away Hammer every time. So that can get Hammer out of position pretty well. If Garrosh is there to capitalize on that, that could be looking really bad for A Greeks. But, I mean, the longevity of a fight goes to A Greek. If there's any type of, but Death Knights has got that pick potential. All right, well, let's see how it goes. Game number 2 of A Greek versus UCF. We got Olive Farmer on the Tyrael, Decade on the Gul'dan, Bishop Mist on the Ariel, Cookie on the Hammer, and Crux Bonder on the Blaze.
And for UCF, we have Jexter back on the Lucio, Snipe playing again the Junkrat. Kerrigan's being played by Ashbash, who is the Greyman last time,
Yep.
I believe.
Yep.
Red Construct is back on the Garrosh, and Codex, who was the Sonya, is now playing Leoric.
Yeah, so looking at level 1s, Block from the Kerrigan, typical, kind of typical talents.
Yeah, definitely
Actually
block
taking
is
Maelstrom
interesting.
rounds.
A lot of times you see, what is it, Sharpened Blades, I think, from the Kerrigan?
I don't
Just for
think you ever
extra
take
damage?
it. At least I feel like you shouldn't take it. Sharpened Blades on Kerrigan. I feel like Kerrigan needs the block just to be survivable. In my
This
opinion.
is why you always feed on Kerrigan. This is why I'm a better Kerrigan than you.
Wait, the one that takes block feeds more?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll see. Do you even play Kerrigan? I don't think I've ever seen you play Kerrigan.
Yeah, I'm like level 30.
I'm like a Kerrigan one trick. I don't know what you're talking about. But we're going to have, actually, Blaze. They're going to go straight up with the Blaze double soaking, which honestly, until he hits 7, is very slow. Granted,
Leoric double soak.
yeah, and granted, Leoric until level 4 is also pretty slow. But we're just going to see the big 4-man here, and these two solo laners are going to have a pretty boring time here. Ooh. Aw.
I'll get the minion.
Suck it, minion.
Dude, that minion died fast, though.
Right into towers. She didn't know what's coming.
So there's like nothing happening bottom. I mean, they're both just so sustainy.
Both solo laners just being in opposite lanes of each
That
other.
Gul'dan is kind of mad. He was just sucking off that minion, and then it died. And they just blew it up.
Trying to help out this Ariel so he doesn't have to heal all the time. I mean, eventually this siege on the 4-man is going to win out. I mean, I can't see them. Another Garrosh throw. Ooh, but big Kerrigan bomb. No Junkrat close enough for the bomb. Throw the bomb right now. Oh, there.
Oh.
Okay.
I believed.
Yeah. Ooh, but Lucio went for the...
Dexter's down.
Oh, got a little greedy there looking for that Garrosh, looking for the Gul'dan. And now with the healer down, this 4-man's going to look really scary. The solo lane,
So
though.
they're like both missing minions in the solo lanes? It's really interesting.
Oh, I mean, they just don't have their wave clear yet. I mean, Leoric just now has Lineal Peasants, so he should out wave clear Blaze until Blaze gets Incinerator Gauntlets at 7. It kind of always goes like as a back and forth between those two.
So they didn't get that much out of that, and Dexter's already back.
Yeah, short cooldowns. I mean, honestly, Kerrigan and Garrosh are still going to be scary if anybody gets thrown over the wall.
She go quest? Oh, she did go quest. There's the stun, and the sword throw up.
But, I mean, they got kind of baited into a lot of Gul'dan stacks there.
Yes, they did. 22 stacks already. That's
Yeah.
like ridiculous.
It's the Gul'dan's going to be feeling good. Junkrat's
Garrosh
only
is
at
already
12.
at 7.
Yeah, but Garrosh is easy. I mean, all he has to do is run into a hammer. But we're going to see a 1-for-1 trade, I'm assuming, on top lane. Or top. They're a big 4-man stun.
Sure.
But still,
They're just losing the poke.
the
They're losing that.
the sustained damage from Gul'dan.
He's good.
Well, Leoric's here. Nice bomb. Looking for the
I
big
don't
one.
know
Nobody
if
missed.
I don't know if this is worth losing the double soak, though. Like, it's just an early game tower.
Yeah, it's probably not going to end up being good for them because they're not going to win this either.
No, they are not. And they're already down quarter of a level.
All right,
I
so
think they're valuing this just a little bit too much. I'm surprised no camp was taken in the early game either. Normally I always want to see that early game camp come up.
Yeah, especially,
When
I
the
mean,
towers come in.
I think they were trying to get more value out of the hammer. Honestly, with that first bottom thing, that bell tower, they needed the double soak and just have Junkrat push, like poke. I mean, you have a Junkrat. Just, he has throwing bomb. He
Just
has,
let him chill.
yeah, just let him chill and do his thing. There's really, I mean, they didn't lose too much. They lost maybe a quarter of a level lead.
UCF just slightly behind on that camp, but they should be good.
Actually, I think it works out better for them. Since they'll be able to clear out the other... They might still be able to just rotate it. I mean, again, the Gul'dan damage is going to be unstoppable, really.
There's the toss. Speaking of unstoppable, it's out by the hammer.
Oh!
He goes down.
Those Junkrat bombs. What is he up to? 39?
Man, it's doing so much damage. Actually, this Kerrigan is getting a lot of worth out of this bot line. A lot more than I thought he would.
Yeah, same. I feel like we haven't really seen too many
Oh, the
concussive.
Ariel! Oh, the Q was missed. Does she go down?
There's the combo. Finalizing
Nice
that kill.
combo.
If they keep chaining these deaths, though, they're going to be able to counter, just push this in. There's only one bell tower on the bottom. Granted, Ariel will be up by that time, but if they get any more, they do not want to be aggressive anymore until Ariel gets there.
I mean, that's just kind of A Greek's motto, I feel like. They're just running at everyone.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't have a healer, we'll still go in. Hammer Siege is up! And they're going to get the kill?
Got that unstoppable.
Oh my god. How much health did he have left?
Oh, we got it. I mean, that had to be like 100.
Yeah.
He does have tap, though, so he'll be coming back. Who else taps?
This will be a full
Let's see what
5v5.
taps.
But now we got the big stun from Blaze, and that's going to play a big role. Only hits the Kerrigan,
Plays
though.
on the Kerrigan.
A big stun, big combo.
Oh, Kerrigan going ham.
Blaze
They're
is just
fighting into the
hammer. Yeah.
into the hammer.
Ooh, they took
Blaze is just pushing them.
a lot of damage. Another big combo from the Kerrigan. The counter kill with the Kerrigan jump. One for one, one for two, I guess. Yeah, Leoric died. But have to give up another one.
We are not.
Yeah, I mean during that fight they kind of got stuck in this choke point, just getting hit by hammer. I mean Kerrigan got a big 3-man combo, and I think that's what they were focusing on. But honestly, Blaze was just like, I'm just gonna la-di-da shoot you with my fire butt.
Yeah, I feel like the hammer was just sieged up just slightly too far. Great poop. Oh, is he dead?
That was so
my
close. If the hammer had range.
That was a really good Ariel play. Thought they had it.
I mean, that's what we should be looking for most of these fights. It should be Ariel kind of just whipping either the Kerrigan or the Garrosh. Hammer just sitting there.
Hammer again.
Yeah.
I feel like Junkrat just needs to be tossing just everything at that hammer.
Just keep the pokes going. Make sure that Ariel is using up her energy. Oh my god, but not like that. The Gul'dan stacks.
And there's 10. And there's a big blunt force gun.
I guess I'd make sure that they can try to get the finishing touches on a lot of them, because a lot of these team fights have been getting away with a little bit of health. So they wanted the blunt force to make sure they can get
Crystal
that burst.
Aegis, Horrify, Bunker, and then blunt force, Sound Barrier, Maelstrom, Riptire, Warlords, and Engine.
I'm waiting for the bait. So obviously we're gonna want to see the Orc to try to run into the hammer and get the Entomb on there. But honestly, I think Hammer is just gonna sit there with his unstoppable and his 50 armor and bait the whole team into it.
Yup, I'm thinking that too. And if worse comes to worse, he just gets an Aegis or a Sank.
Yeah.
It's just like the hammer comp. But they're
a Gul'dan. Oh, nice Aegis. What a
good sound barrier, good stun.
And 2 minute 3 people?
Maelstrom. Oh my goodness, these fights are nuts.
They're so all over the place.
That Ariel.
Nice Junkrat bomb there too. So that honestly could have gone either direction multiple times during that fight and ended up killing the Tyrael at the end.
I don't even know what's happening in these fights. They're just nuts.
They're
just chaotic.
There was a 5-man bunker stun. They did a great Entomb onto the Gul'dan and the Ariel after the Aegis, followed up with the Kerrigan combo and Maelstrom. Oh my god, it's just going at... Oh, god dang it. It didn't change my overlay. Okay.
Nice job.
I always
Nice
forget
job,
to do that.
caster of the year.
Yeah. Vote for me, please. I think this button's actually already done. But, So I think what A Greek needs to be doing is once the Entomb comes out, you need to fear that, like, because that's when you know that they're going to dive onto the Entomb. So like just fear on the base of the Entomb entrance, and then.
Please.
What?
Oh, insane bunker.
And with the counter, hammer's coming in. Oh my God! There. Oh, it misses. But
I think Garrosh goes down. Yes. Yes, he does.
And they're gonna push this now.
That bunker came out like super quick. Like I thought Kerrigan was gonna get that stun off before bunker came out, but I was like split second.
Yeah, that 1 second. So Junkrat once again up to 100 and some stacks. Now he's actually ahead of what he was last game. So he was at 104 stacks at 10 minutes. Now he's at 111 at 9:30. So their Junkrat scaling is going to get pretty large, but I feel like
they're getting a bottom though.
Yeah, they're going to have to push up here. Bunker's up for 5 seconds, so Blaze should be fine. I don't see any problem here. Actually, Bunker's outside the Entomb? How does that work?
Yeah, you didn't know you could do that?
No,
That's why it's
what?
such a great Entomb counter.
What the?
Also, if it's like on the edge of it, you can just click out of it. So you can like click into the bunker and then click out of it.
Rockdell says, wait, BFG but no judgment plus combustion? What? That would have been pretty fun.
They've been amazing.
Yeah, so essentially UCF tried to get some value top lane but gave up bottom, and they're going to give up this shrine. Bell tower, and they're not even going to get their own. Ooh, are they going to get their time with Blaze? Oh my God!
The damage!
Nice spear.
That unstoppable is nuts.
Garrosh still might be dead. Sound Bear coming out. Riptire not able to get any value because of Sanctification.
Even Kerrigan some. They don't have that bot one either, so they're just gonna run at them.
I mean, it's easy 6 shots going for A Greek.
Oh, you mean 10?
Easy 10 shots. I don't even know where 6 doesn't even make sense. Why do they even say 6?
6 for the other team.
Does it? Wait, what?
Because they lost a bell tower. So it would have been 6 for UCF if they would have got it.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll go with that. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
So, 32 to 18, getting pretty threatening. They are ahead on talent on level, but they're not winning these team fights the way they need to. They're getting close, but they're just not able to get into it.
The Entomb. The taunt. There's one. There's 2.
Finally getting something in their favor, especially right after they took that tower. Now they can push this in. No fear of... Ooh, that still took a lot of damage. No fear of... Hammer Siege. But they're going to go right for boss. Get some shots in.
I think this is the right play.
I feel
it
like...
takes it off the map.
But were they...
Even here, I think it's good.
But I don't think UCF would have been scared for them to take the boss.
Man, A-Greek's already here, though.
They
Sound
might...
barrier's out.
If they feed anymore... Big Riptire. But that big BFG!
Oh, BFG! Ariel's up!
Oh my God. Leoric. They're gonna keep trading.
Oh, dude, this Kerrigan's on point.
Please don't keep feeding A Greek, please.
So they're gonna run for bot, which I think is actually the right play because you think that UCF is gonna play aggressive into this with the 16 advantage 3 down, right?
Yeah, definitely. But that's scouted out by Junkrat, so we should see Kerrigan. Yeah, somebody running up, getting the 2 shots on bottom.
And
on
this
top.
is gonna be really hard for them, for A Greek to get in bottom lane against a Junkrat. Like you should just be able to poke in there unless he dives too deep.
Yeah, I mean Tyrael can still kill Junkrat.
He's definitely playing.
Oh, that last bomb.
Oh, he didn't block it. He's gonna block this one.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, barely, almost didn't. It was really close. Both bottom towers very low.
So it's 20 versus 14. So when you get to see that legendary 40-0 that I was hoping for, but you know,
Come back from worse.
it's a really good game. It's a really close game.
It is very close. I mean, it's only essentially 1.5 bell towers difference. That can happen in any team fight. The next bell tower hasn't been shown yet.
Junkrat 136 stacks. Blaze is chilling up bottom lane too. He's waiting for that flank.
Oh
guess.
no, what a sound barrier! But Garrosh got.
Numbers have been on point. There's a fear though.
I'm not really sure what the objective they're rushing into bell towers.
rushing into a hammer.
Rushing into a hammer and a bell tower. That was a little questionable of a play.
They're just getting Junkrat stacks.
Why is Richard Greer saying I won't shout him out?
Because we don't give shoutouts.
We don't give shoutouts. Yeah, that's what the players do. Yeah, so a little bit of a questionable play into that invasion, or into that fort invasion. I guess they were really looking for that fort, but I don't know. You can't really push into a hammer.
And they get both camps now, so this should be a free bell tower bottom with a sieged hammer.
Junkrat is catching up to the... Oh, Gul'dan's actually top damage. Those corruption stacks, but, you know, he's up there.
He's definitely up there. He's doing a very good job again. So here's six little minions coming down.
Gul'dan damage. Easy bell tower.
Easy bell tower. Two of them still alive. I wonder if they're going to play aggro on this or if they're just going to quit.
No, right on the time of the bell tower, of the actual objective.
I actually think the play there might have been to try to keep sieging and then just let your blaze take it.
Yeah.
And you just trade 1 for 1 and you just kind of keep going. Because you win that trade. Like now if you trade, you have a risk a team fight.
I mean, they've been technically winning all the team fights, and now that Hammer's in position to get all this range, like, there's nothing
Yeah, this is going to be very hard
that UCF can do about this. Got a little bit of reposition. Yeah,
they
now
definitely can't give it up though, because then they'll be in boss range.
But they can't take this. There's no way. They're in a choke with Gul'dan.
Yep. I mean, they have Junkrat though, right? Junkrat poke?
The range is too far.
Junkrat should be up above them.
Oh,
Here comes a dive.
What a
Great
sound
sync.
barrier.
Great sound barrier, great sync.
Oh no,
Great
now
fear.
they're feeding.
Pushing the Kerrigan in.
That's exactly what you would not want to happen. Honestly, they can just take all 3 forts now.
Oh, Junkrat completed. He's done.
Oh my god, he's actually completed it.
Dude, it's like 16 minutes in the game too,
What
so it's
is
not
this?
even late game. I think they just take everything off the map. Like they don't even.
Yeah,
They
Hammer.
actually could have saved that cap, taken in. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because then now they're in boss range, right?
I mean, they could take all 3.
Boss in a minute. Yeah, they need to start shoving bottom. UCF does. Take bot back, and then
Yeah, this is
just gonna
basically
play ring around the rosy till
Yeah.
boss comes up.
Yep.
And it's gonna be a free boss because you're just gonna have a hammer on it.
Yeah, and there's only 4 shots left. I don't think there's anything. What can UCF do here? They have to be. Honestly, they can't even trade. They have to just look for a fight. I mean, they have to obviously trade 1 fort, but they have to look for a fight.
Yeah, they have to fight. Like,
They get lost
honestly,
2
they don't take
shots.
this.
Oh my god. Okay. Take 2 tower shots. So now even minions can push it in. There's basically a threat everywhere. And they have to look for a fight.
And they're just gonna shove bottom again. The problem is that if they try to fight and they lose that bell tower, all of a sudden it's just game
I mean, they're
over.
going to lose no matter what. They can lose to the next objective because it's a double objective. They lose to a boss, which is up in 6 seconds. They lose to goblins
think-
or pumpkins that are coming up. Like,
I
they
think
needed
what
to be...
Greek does is they take the pumpkins and they just run the boss.
Yeah, I mean, it basically makes it a no-lose scenario. But yeah, I think they need to not even go to mid-tower. They need to just be aggressive, try to catch somebody off guard. They're in a tough spot now.
Here comes the fight. Wrap round.
A
Kerrigan's
huge
in.
stun! And the
Oh my
taunt!
goodness, the
Oh
Kerrigan.
my god.
Sound barrier.
Is this the comeback?
Here comes Riptire.
They're gonna look for that Gul'dan. And this is right before 20! They don't call it a comeback. What is that? No kidding.
This Kerrigan is putting in work.
It is. Somehow getting that big flank. I don't think I've really seen any concussive blasts from the hammer. Both teams just about to hit 20. But UCF, they stayed in it. They looked for that fight.
So it's 16, 6, or it's 20, 20. It's going to be. So they're going to go for boss, right?
Yeah. I mean, they
So
just...
this will make it 10 to 2.
Ooh.
So
Is
UCF
Agreeks going to contest
still-
it? Agreeks, please don't fight this. You still have a lead. Don't fight this.
Dude, Agric just runs at everyone. I thought I ran at people.
Yeah.
They actually run at people.
Alright, so both teams hit level 20. Basically, UCF going to look around, take all the different towers back. Junkrat's are going to put on a lot more damage. We got the Holy
Junkrat.
Arena. Look at this Junkrat damage. 83,000 now. Beat out Gul'dan. Kerrigan is
So-
half the damage of Junkrat. Wait, Kerrigan.
We have Orbital BFG, Burn Notice, upgraded Haunts for Horrify, Shield of Hope.
Honestly, not a big fan
Orange
of
Track
Orbital. Orbital
And
BFG
Kerrigan
here.
takes Nexus Blades. That's really interesting.
Yeah, no blink to get on top of the hammer. Or off.
No Blink, nor upgraded Maelstrom either.
Ooh. I mean,
And Buried Alive.
every team fight is going to be super clutch for either team now. It basically guarantees the win. If there's going to be a team fight soon. I guess don't need to hold up talents anymore. Everybody get a good look.
Here we go. Here
How
we
do
go.
you gauge on this?
Could be game.
You don't want to take too much
Hammer's
poke. But they can't give it up.
Can't give it up. Gotta go.
They have Sanctification available. Ooh.
Everyone's got every ult.
Oh, they gotta do something.
5 seconds till ult there. I think they just run. Like I think they just like sound barrier and they just actually run at them.
Oh, but they get the
Alive on the
a huge orbital. Sound Bear still hitting everybody. Everybody's in Sanctification. Still a lot of damage going on. Bunker coming out. So it's essentially a reset. A lot of ults for a lot of ults. Yep.
So 4 for 2. We go.
The orbital. Oh, Garrosh missed. No, he missed again.
Are they trading tanks? They
Yeah.
trade tanks.
But Junkrat's so
But now
low.
they're in. Shield of Hope.
What is happening? The orbital BFG.
Oh my goodness.
What is going on? UCF Death Knight's still in it.
UCF winning every team fight.
What?
I don't know what's happening. RBG.
Are they looking to be greedy? They're looking to take this tower.
They
I mean,
are.
they
They
might
want
as well.
bottom.
They might as well. I mean, it's only a hammer.
So this makes it 5 then, right?
Yes.
I don't know what 5 gives them.
I mean, it doesn't really put them in too much
camp?
threat. What's time on boss? 2 minutes? Oh my gosh.
This game is intense. Both these games have been insanely intense.
I mean, there's still 20 seconds up for everybody else on A Greek. They can definitely escort these in. Garrosh,
So bad that I want a game 3.
Garrosh will be back, so he'll at least be able to throw in 1, maybe 2 if they delay it more. So they can guarantee 1 shot, which means that there is going to
down
be
into
to tower
tower,
range.
which-
Yeah, which means
Yeah.
next objective.
Well, Garish isn't there.
Oh,
So
they're
they're
not
not gonna
pushing
get
it. They're not pushing it.
Okay, so they
Wait.
stay at 5.
Oh, they get lucked out. They'll get another chance, but I think Hammer will be able to take this fort before these next pumpkins get in range. Yeah,
Definitely. With the Goldan too. Just to throw things in there.
that puts UCF so bad. Like, they really wanted that 1 shot. Like, they're just raiding around, kind of being passive right now. I still feel like they need to get in a spot where Hammer, they're not expected to be. They want to catch a Hammer off guard. If they get any type of gank, like, I feel like they want to be bushing right now.
Yep, I would say Bush by the boss.
Yeah, I mean, granted, too bad that they're already seen, so Bush is less likely, but like a Bush kill guarantees the win. Oh no, but they're gonna get
They're
in.
wrapping around. Here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is game.
They're sandwiched. 1 fear, but misses with the blaze stun.
They have
BFG
that
hits a
tower.
lot. Oh no,
That sound barrier.
huge entomb
Barrier
on 3
live
people.
two. Tanks
Sa-
out though. Bunkers out. Sanks out. What a
Okay,
taunt.
the Kerrigan stun.
The Kerrigan, please.
BFG. Oh my god. They're so back and forth. 1 for 1 so far. Both their damage dealer, all their Junkrat, all their damage, and he's the one that died first. How is Garrosh still alive?
They don't trade.
But there's a
And they're
bell
just running
tower.
for bot. They're running for bot.
Oh my god.
They're
No.
stalling.
He gets
No,
it.
he's there. He made it. What a boop.
Oh,
He needs to get
God.
1 more. Nice play.
Holy shit.
Tube's up in 5. Kerrigan went to tap. I think that's game.
Oh, this is tough. The Ariel heals now. They're not together. Oh.
I think. What a stun. Oh my goodness, that stun was insane.
Yeah, this Ariel whips have been on point. Yeah, there's no way they get back this now. Having a double pull, a double channel. There it is. That what a game, back and forth.
It was definitely looking like UCF was going to take that fight in top, and then Junkrat went down and Garrosh went down, and then everything just kind of turned.
Yeah, it was
I felt like they just had like a slight lead in it.
It was essentially the Junkrat being, I don't know, I guess he's the one that kind of got focused first. He was able to dodge he got feared, then dodged, through the fear, dodged the bunker stun, or the blaze stun. But then
I was going to say fear dodge that.
Yeah, fear dodged that. But then when he was bot lane, well, not bot lane, but then he got kind of on the bottom side of the whole team fight, which was closer to the rest of their team, and got blown up first. If they had Junkrat throughout that team fight, I mean, I think it would have gone to UCF, but lost a lot of their damage early. Pumping out 108 from Hammer and 107 from Junkrat and 101 from Gul'dan. So much damage done.
It's definitely a really fun game to watch, be a part of.
All right, well, we are going to game number 3.
Game number 3, what everyone dreams of. And both the first 2 games have been pretty much down to the wire, so I'm expecting a game number 3 down to the wire too.
Yeah, these have been so close on both sides. Like, I mean, UCF had a really good comeback that game. They had 2 like such crucial team fights that honestly looked like they were going both ways. Chat's catching up now.
I just can't believe how close that game was.
It was. All right, so we got a little bit of a. So we're just having the teams decide what they want to do. I mean, look at this. Healing from Lucio is 181. So that's really the only reason they were able to live through the 2 plus 100,000 damage dealers of A Greek.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the Kerrigan's damage is very susceptible to that game. I felt like she did a ton of just everything, of control, of burst damage. She did very well again.
So many times where she got a 3-man stun. Like, almost every fight, I think she probably got a 3-man stun. That was something else. All right. So let's get set up for game number 3.
Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Oh,
so we went from like a little bit bigger map to a really big map to a complete momentum map.
I mean, this is picked by UCF Death Knights.
I think that's really interesting considering that I don't feel like they've been the
aggressive. Exactly. That's what I was just about to say too.
I almost wonder what would have been better.
I mean, obviously they're going to want to pick a map where they're more comfortable and they might know the strat a little bit better. They might have some type of cheese strat.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we saw the Hammer last pick. Let's see. What can you run that's crazy on this map? Asmodad? Are we gonna see an Asmodad?
Asmodad is so tricky because you either get pushed in hard before Asmodad gets stacked, or you get to late game. But if you get pushed in hard, it's like unless it's so hard to climb back from an Asmodad comp like that. Crux goes on the other team.
Yep, Crux is on the other side. But just think, if you don't lose the early game, think of the potential.
Yeah. Dal says, I would have liked Uther instead of Lucio. There's so much poke. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the problem with Uther is that a lot of teams, especially in our division, they take a lot of poke damage.
Yeah.
And that Uther just does not respond well to that.
Maybe Deckard.
I think Deckard would have been nice. I mean, I like the Lucio.
Lucio was good. Honestly, the sound barrier probably saved him a lot. Being able, especially on that comp.
It's definitely a comfort pick too. And they played it twice now, and they've been snapping it up pretty early, so it's got to be a pretty big comfort for him.
All right, both teams are ready. We're gonna move right in. Oh wait, I almost messed up. So it was picked by team 2, so team 1 drafts. Ooh, that was close. I mean, if you're going blow up, don't draft Garrosh or Junkrat. Don't draft Garrosh. Garrosh is the blow up. What? All right. Well, let's go into game number 3.
Go.
All right.
Excited.
Yeah, so I mean, the first 2 games, I'll say the first game, Arik was super aggressive. Agrik is still aggressive in the second game, even with the hammer. I mean, Tomb of the Spider Queen is usually tends to lean more towards the more aggressive team. So UCF was going to have to, let's see how they draft to kind of counter that or to do it on their own. Maybe they just kind of switch gears because they know this map. This was picked by UCF. So
I feel like UCF's draft is good for the map. I think that they just need to be more aggressive. Like the Garrosh is very good for, interrupting rotations. The Lucio is very good for, getting a lot of rotations, getting you into that lane quick, and also inhibiting the other team from getting there.
I like Agrik decided to ban out the Junkrat this time. When you get a Junkrat that gets stacked at 16 minutes into the game.
I definitely think that's the right play.
Yeah.
So Agrik loves the Stukov, so I wonder if they're going to snap in the Stukov here, or if there's going to be something else coming up. Snap in the Blaze.
Really interesting. I mean, especially picking the solo laner first on this map. I mean, the solo lane's not that important. Maybe that's because they just don't want to show something else. They pick something safe. Blaze can interrupt. He can just sit in the. They know he's just going to be there.
Yep, and it's always nice to get that safe pick that doesn't really
show anything.
Lose the solo lane too bad, and it kind of can do everything well. Like it can peel well, it can stun well. It's got a little bit of damage. All right, so what does UCF go? I mean, do we see the Garrosh Lucio come up?
The same. Honestly, it's still good on this map. Honestly, this is Garrosh's best map. Honestly,
I want to see a lightning breath. Give me some dibbles.
No Lucio this time.
Stukov.
I mean, Stukov was banned by Agrik's last game, picked by Agrik's the first game. Maybe they know that that's a comfort for UCF, but the Junkrat was also a pretty good comfort.
Snap pick it?
That's true. Yeah.
They had first pick. It's weird.
They have to have a plan coming in that Stukov was not a part of.
With that Ariel again. Did you see a hammer ban?
Are they scared of the same comp?
Do they feel like they can counter it better? Because they don't have the Junkrat anymore to get free stacks off of. 4.
That's true.
With.
I mean, Penny Cho'Gall.
Cho'Gall.
Classic. The classic third round semifinals Cho'Gall ban.
Please give me a Gall ban.
The respect. Do his. So I mean, they have Garrosh. They need wave clear. They need their solo laner. I mean, it's picked by them. Again, to an Ariel, a lot of times you want a lot of poke. Oh, do we see Chromie?
It's not a terrible Chromie map.
It's not a terrible Chromie map. They're into an Ariel. Thanks for the follows.
It would be good against the hammer.
They picked the kill pass.
I mean,
it was a banned
for the last 2 games, right? So it only makes sense that it's picked now.
Yeah, I mean they had to, I guess. So they have a lot of one tricks here. The Leoric again, looking for another Entomb. Yeah. I mean, again, I feel like Horrify and Aegis is and Bunker obviously is such a good counter into Leoric.
Definitely is.
I'm actually surprised. Like, I feel like I would rather see a Sonya here.
Yeah, I would too. Gives a little bit more wave clear too. And wins the solo in a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh well. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, it almost worked for him last game.
Do we get to see the hammer again? Is this it?
I need to fix my scoreboard.
Is this our life? Is it a hammer life? Joe? Bala? So it's kind of similar to that game 1 map, where instead they had the Cassia Hanzo, they decided to go with the Gul'dan Bala.
So not the same. And the Ariel.
It's like in the ballpark, dude.
And not the same solo laner.
The same concept behind their draft.
Okay. Essentially, I feel like silence does a little bit better.
And an auto attack damage either.
So you mean like standard? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Thanks,
Snakes.
Yeah. So, too bad they picked the Kael'thas.
There it is, the Zeratul! I knew it was coming!
So they have gank onto Blaze. I mean, they follow a super squish. Joanna will be able to scout it out some, but honestly, it doesn't matter against Zeratul because it just blinks in. Once the Q damage comes in, You damage throw, you got Kel'Thas stuns, chain bombs. Ariel likes to group up for those heals, so if you can catch something like that with a chain bomb.
Yeah, and 16 Zeratul is like nuts with that Q cooldown reduction. So like that heal, they stack up for the heal, and all of a sudden you're hitting like 4 of them, and you can just sit there and just keep hitting 4 of them.
Yeah, with the constant resets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, once again, I mean, like, both games have been so close. It's so hard to tell who's going to win it. I mean, I like to see the Zeratul. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of Zeratul in the meta. I feel like Zeratul's it's like kind of in a
Just watch.
It's like it's just
watch.
This is one of those things where your Zeratul either feeds a bunch or just demolishes the whole team. So we'll have to see how it goes. Definitely more
I thought
of
it
a
was
late
interesting
game.
how Ash was on the Kerrigan, but now he's in the Kael'thas, and then they give the other melee to Snipe.
That's true.
That's really interesting.
All right, game number 3 of the semifinals. This is the team to deciding factor of who moves on to the finals. We got Decade once again on the Gul'dan, Bishop Mist again on the Ariel, Crux Bonder on the Blaze, and Olive Farmer on the Joanna, and Cookie on the Vala.
And on UCF, we got Stuka played by Jackster, Leoric played by Kodax, Zeratul is played by Snipe, Garrosh played by Red Conscript, and Kael'thas played by Ashbash.
So I mean, early game still kind of goes towards A Greek. They're gonna have more wave clear.
And we know how aggressive they like to play with that Johanna.
Yeah, she's definitely in there all the time. So if they get
I think level 1 fighting not so good for UCF because they want those Gul'dan stacks. But they also have a Garrosh, but I don't think they can do that.
Yeah, there's not too much threat after the Garrosh goes in. Yeah, this wave clear is actually gonna be ridiculous. So we should probably see Joanna honestly just trying to rotate, or not rotate, try to disrupt the enemy rotations. Since there's so much wave clear available, actually not looking too much. Looks like there's just going to go back and forth for a little bit in this rotation. Gul'dan looking to get some stacks. The right choice here.
They both definitely have a lot of good burst damage for the minion. I think we're going to see an auto attack build out of the Vala, I'm assuming, for the Garrosh. It's really good at 20 for just shredding her with Mana Core into Farflight. Quiver at 20.
I mean, are you saying that only... I mean, typically with a Vala with an Ariel, you want to go to the multi-shot just to get more of that energy available. But since they have the Gul'dan...
Yeah, but they have the
probably,
Gul'dan,
yeah.
so I think they just have the Gul'dan. I think Gul'dan just does more AoE damage anyways, as it is.
Yeah. I'd like to see a lot more disruption from this Joanna when they win these rotations. But, I mean, they're fighting in here. They're actually leaving mid lane. So now they kind of messed up the rotation a little bit, because now the top lane's going to push while they push mid lane.
This is really wonky. And they're going to get there to get those minions.
Yeah.
Is A-Greek? Yes, they are.
Yeah, both teams. Don't miss anything yet. No rotations to Giant to any type of mercs. Zeratul could very easily sneak the bottom Giants.
Or sneak a gank bottom too.
Yeah.
But it looks like Crux is just so far under tower, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's hard to gank a Blaze.
Well, with that kind of attitude, it's hard to gank.
I mean, Zeratul's not going to get too much value in this format. I'm actually surprised we don't see him taking Giants, just to allow Leoric to put a lot more pressure. Maybe they might wait for... Wait, what?
Oh my.
Missed that one. Didn't pay attention to the health bars on top. That's not what you want to see. That's at least 12 coins lost on Leoric, which means... I mean, now A-Greek is not going to be in any fear of trying to turn in first, because like they have all the time in the world to turn in.
Yeah, also sometimes there's like a couple strats where it used to be where you don't want to turn in, be the first one to turn in, and the other team tries to go for like a double turn in. The problem is that if you get too far behind giving up that first turn in, you really get into troubles.
Yeah, it's a risk that you can go with. Granted, I mean, A-Greek has a lot of AoE, so they should have very easy job clearing up web weavers.
And we do see auto attack ball. Ha, in your face, thanks.
I would agreed with you.
Whatever, dude.
Whatever. I mean, they're getting to the point where they're not going to be able to take any mercs because they're going to have to constantly play goalkeeper on these turn-ins if they want to stop A-Greek from doing the first one.
I think the good thing about their comp is that they can actually just roam the Zeratul, though, to get down there and scout one, and they can still have a good rotation with their 3-man.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, so much AoE here. I mean, Ariel has the whip, so even if Garrosh were to walk into the against their 3-man, Ariel whips Garrosh away, and
so A-Greek just did the same thing again, where they're almost like not rotating.
Joanna went
rotating late.
Joanna went bottom to turn in since she was holding all the
Gotcha.
gems.
That's what I missed.
Yeah, and they were actually able to get Blaze to turn in as well. So now, basically, they're going to play this goal keep, and this has actually become so tricky on this map of where you still want to get your soak in.
This is like a really early turn. I don't know how much this gets though. I'd almost let him get it. It is like super early. Like these web weavers will not be very strong at this point. Instead, they're throwing up rotations. They're messing up everything for just the thought of trying to stop it.
Yeah, ends up losing 2 people and once again a lot of their gems.
And they get another turn in.
And now they're
They
just
still get the
honestly.
turn in. It almost would have been better to give.
Aww. Blaze tried to get those giants. Yeah, I agree, but would have been better to give that up. Just deal with the first clear and get your turn in afterwards. Honestly, the first web weaver should only get maybe the towers on every lane unless somebody dies. They're gonna push up top.
See how they try to defend. Yep, top going for the boss lane. And I think UCF is making the wrong play. Normally, you want to clear the free lane. Not everyone needs to go down and stack.
Don't tell them how to play, man. They're under stress. It's the third game. It's their lifeline.
It's just so hard to get into that web weaver when there's just constant
Poke
everything
damage.
being thrown at you. They do take it down, so they lose about a wall.
They actually might get they're gonna get a lot of damage on this mid fort.
Yeah, mid is gonna get taken down pretty low. Oh, Stukov, friend!
No, that rotation!
Toss. Garrosh saves the Stukov.
I think they can easily, with the Garrosh down, they're under no threat. I feel like they easily get this, especially with the Zeratul dead. I mean, that's not what you want to see for UCF. Now down 2 levels, losing the mid fort. I mean, UCF has lost so many gems in this
They
game.
rotate on this Leoric. Leoric's kind of deep. And they make one rotate. He gets up though. And it's a race to 10 now.
Yeah, with a 2-level lead for A Greek. And this is a pretty snowballing map. There's almost no chance for UCF to even turn in just to try to get like that level lead, not level lead, at least catch up on levels. Because like they're now.
They do have turn in, but A
they're
Greek
playing
is
from
5
behind.
away and 10.
Yeah. This is gonna
There's
start.
a Rain of Vengeance, Crystal Aegis, Blessed Shield, Horrify, and Bunker. So pretty standard. Kael'thas.
What a turn. They were focusing that Garrosh. Kael'thas came up to get some damage in to kind of peel, and they just immediately, the Blaze immediately turned onto the Kael'thas and got that kill. They're not even going to get the turn in. Just push in with doubled knights. Try to get a mid-keep. I mean, they'll definitely get this wall.
Yeah, definitely. This is a very early wall to go down.
Especially with possible web weavers coming in right behind it.
Oh, Zeratul, friend!
I feel like that was almost lucky, because Blaze, I feel like, was charging just to charge and ended up stunning the Zeratul.
Dude, no such thing as luck in odds.
No such thing.
Don't take away that play from him.
Are they going to get a keep?
There's
There's still 2 knight shields up.
Yeah, I mean, what's gonna stop them?
Level 10s, still no level 10s on the other side.
They're just gonna run at them.
Oh my, I mean, UCF is, they're trying to clear as best they can. Another good whip and big Blaze
Great
stun. They end up saving the keep for the time being.
Did they get a trade?
Still no level 10s.
No.
If they feed anymore, though, they'll definitely get this keep. Oh, they're so low.
That good Ario heal though.
Well, everybody
So they
lives for A Greek.
And they keep the keep. They have turn in.
I think we should see A Greek all full back, honestly. Just get full energy, full mana. I guess they have time with the Web Weaver spawning.
They should get giants out too, I think, would be the play. And then try to shove mid.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They want to guarantee this mid keep.
They're also low. They should have full backed.
Yeah, they
And
should
then-
have. They had, I mean, they had,
UCF wasn't 10 yet.
yeah, they had plenty of time to get the turn in. They needed to turn in right away. But, you know, little things to make sure they can push in. I mean, everybody's healing up enough. Vala's getting her mana back through the globes. Gul'dan obviously has tap. So, I guess it worked out for them. They actually ended up being pretty full health and mana. Not pushing down mid.
I feel like this play right there.
Maybe, yeah, I feel like you just still, like, you had you didn't have anything to lose.
But we were just died so fast though in mid.
I feel like A-Greek had nothing to lose there if they just ran down mid just to get that keep. Even if they got fully wiped, I feel like that doesn't matter. But they can still get keeps. Nice big 3-man fear countered by this Paula.
Ball was down though. Ball got popped.
Was Ariel in that that VP? I didn't see.
I didn't see it.
Zeratul doing work now.
Yeah, Zeratul's good, dude.
Is this the comeback? Don't call it a comeback.
It is.
Do they even have enough gems to turn in? They have 20, 38 on them right now.
Yeah, they already have some in.
Yeah, they have turn in. But A-Greek will be alive in time to do goalkeeping, and they'll still have 13s on them.
So what do we got for stacks here? Can you see like Kilthos? How many globes he has?
He's at 26.
Huh.
If you click on him, you can see it. All right, so UCF still down a talent tier. Mid keep is still up though. No keeps are down. You're still in this game. Hopefully their team is like really rallying right here to make sure that they get some good macro calls. They're not worried about a turn in from A-Greek, so they don't really need to be too aggressive on that part. Make sure they can find them on the map.
A-Greek wants to fight, and UCF does not want to fight.
Exactly.
So the options are here that A-Greek can just shove down mid, try to posture for a keep, or they can just play cat mouse with them, which I don't think is a game that they win.
Well, at least Leoric saw Joanna mid, and the rotations obviously on the lane, so no boss play, no boss scare. They could still technically go boss. They might be going boss, actually.
They will go boss.
Is this going to get sniffed out? I mean, this is boss on a keep lane with no fort. It is going to get...
Do they trade and go turn in is the question. I think that would be the play. That stops the boss.
They leash it. And they're just going to run away. That worked out for UCF.
Good play.
Oh, they're still looking for it.
Shield.
Oh, what a fear!
The unstoppable, the taunt. Oh my goodness.
How did Garrosh not die there? There's still VP available.
Oh, great toss. Oh no, Leoric friend, don't go back in.
Oh. Oh no, Garrosh dies by the poison. Now they definitely honestly they should no, they go keep. Go mid keep. Please? Oh, boo hiss.
Boss stop, dude.
No, mid keep guarantees keep and then you can go boss.
I don't think they have time for both. Gotta pick one.
They definitely had time for both. Look how fast that melted. Oh well. Still no chance of Web Weavers, but 2 people dead. They'll be up by time to at least defend boss.
So I think they shove with boss, right? They go for keep, or are they gonna go mid keep?
They're not pushing with boss. They have, I mean, they gotta go with mid keep then, yeah. Okay. At least there's no knights available to take with the push. That did mess them up. That did mess up UCF last time. Even talent tiers for a little bit. Yeah. So look how fast this. Yeah, I mean, like that's what they could have done before. I feel like that was a free. Wait, they're not. Wait.
That root.
They don't even get it.
Boss dead.
Oh my god. Okay, they're still gonna turn on this.
I mean, Gul'dan can literally just toss an E at it and kill it.
But look how much time they wasted with that. Like they allowed boss to basically die. They didn't push into it as 5. Like they didn't commit.
Well, they're 16 now. 16 versus 13. So still 1 camp on the board. They want turn in, so they want to get bot and then a camp.
I mean, this Vala is still not stacked yet, but close enough where the next team fight's definitely gonna get stacked, and then she's gonna start chunking people, especially this Garrosh. Actually, don't you usually take Manticore with this build?
Yeah, you would think you would take Manticore. You should.
Oh well.
I guess this just gives her easier stacking time to do that 2% to do, no, what is it, 20% more damage?
Yeah. All right, so what can UCF do here? They're basically playing defense, but they're going to give... I mean, the lanes were actually pushed out enough that it actually made it very easy for A-Greek to get their gems. It's almost one of the things that you don't want to do at that point is push out your lanes. You kind of wait for him to come in.
Yep, and Igrik does have that turn in again, so they'll probably get that. No, what's their plan here? They do have Sieges pushing bottom.
And mid. And Knights on mid, so they get that spell armor. But they're
Yeah.
not going to go core.
I don't think they'll core.
Yeah, I mean, Webweaver will die really quick on bottom, on top, mid, there. And top's pushed out enough where they can be delayed.
Top also doesn't have a wall either. Okay, well, they threaten mid, and then they should wrap bottom when that Webweaver spawns and get that keep.
They're looking at core.
They're looking at core.
Well, at least, I mean, they're going to at least put pressure here and let the Webweavers push in the other lanes. I mean, they have enough poke. As long as they don't get, like, really hard engaged upon. I mean, they're also getting engaged upon with Webweavers. They're just trying.
Siege's bottom is just, like, free keep for sure.
Yeah, they wanted to put the pressure in
think
mid.
This could be game.
If there's still no 16s for UCF, if they get any picks here, they can definitely end. Look how forward Gul'dan is. Looking for that the Ariel energy. So much poke from that Gul'dan. Big 3-man stun with the Ariel sweep.
Fear comes out. Gets Leoric in. He unstoppable's out. And he'll live.
I mean, there's still VP available. Core's now taking some damage.
Well,
Kael'thas.
he can just VP the core too if he has to. Kael'thas is down is the problem. And he does not hit core with that.
Oh, all these catapults. I don't think they can do anything about this.
These sieges, Webweavers in. That's all she wrote.
I mean, that was, again, like we said in the beginning, the aggression from A-Greek was going to bring him into a good, sizable lead for this game. So, congratulations for A-Greek.
Yeah, definitely very well played that last game.
I mean, I'm not gonna be mad that I was a little salty that the game wasn't as close as the first two games.
We kind of got spoiled by those other two games.
We did. We got spoiled hard. So that's semifinals going for A-Greek, bringing them into the final round for next week. I think they still have to wait and see I believe their opponent is playing on Saturday. So they'll have to wait a while to see who they actually play against before they can start their strategy against them. But let's see if we can get somebody in for an interview. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to leave that. Oh, well. Oh, I mean, that third game. I like that team fight. I feel like UCF had the chance to come back in with that VP.
Definitely. They were definitely getting snowballed on very hard, which is why, we were questioning that map pick earlier on because of how aggressive A-Greek was. And I feel like it kind of played out as expected, I want to say. Just how aggressive that A-Greek was versus UCF in all three games. So you pick that aggressive map and everything just kind of...
All right. So we're going to bring in probably Cookie and Olive Farmer.
Sweet.
Cutscene lobby. All right.
Hey, guys.
How's it going, guys? Well, okay.
We're missing one guy. Croc Spawner.
You said two.
Oh, I'm
It's
stay
fine.
quiet.
All right. Let me make sure I can turn you guys up so everybody can hear you. All right. Well, first off, congratulations bringing you guys to the finals. How's that feel?
Oh,
No, semifinals, right?
Semifinals. Yeah.
Yeah, semifinals.
Well, I mean, the finals for their division, then it goes into the grand finals.
Well, okay.
It feels really great.
Yeah, it feels extremely great considering our our playoffs.
Right. The first two games were ridiculously close. I mean, I guess we'll just start off from the beginning. Game number 1, Infernal Shrines. What is up with that Artanis pick? Yeah.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, the application to join this team, I wrote that I only played Blaze. So when they banned out my Blaze, I knew that I was just I'm gonna have to try something different. And Artanis was just a character that I played a bit. Obviously, that was not my best performance on him, but
So when you're picking the second, so if you don't get the Blaze, do you just like blindly mouse over a pick like a different hero? Like do you just like
Well,
take up there and then mouse over a blank one?
Kirk
Or
Thunder
you just like
is
roll a
our,
dice?
our sub there, and he doesn't really play this game, so that was the choice for him. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
When Crux Wonder was our sub for kind of like a joke, he never really needed to play. But then, stuff happened. So we're like, you're playing today.
Yeah,
He's like,
really. What happened was, as a previous match, we lost the game, and we're a very serious competitive team. We took that very to heart, and we had to shake up the roster a bit for the next time around. And I'm sure we're gonna do the same as well.
Because we lost one game, so someone's getting benched again.
Yep.
Always.
I think Crux is getting kicked after that game too.
Probably.
Yeah, that was.
Dude, we'll pick you up.
Yeah, there you go. So then the second thing after the Artanis pick, then the Artanis baiting the Punisher not over the wall is
Poor
Okay.
Artanis.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the thing that it jumps.
three times in a row. You forgot about it 3 times.
As said, he doesn't play this game much.
If it wasn't obvious that Crux doesn't really know each map, I think that made it pretty obvious that she's like no idea what she's doing in the maps.
Well, I guess if you go back and rewatch the VOD, then just ignore our commentary in that part because we're trying to like analyze it. We're like, wait, what are we missing here?
Oh, you're not missing anything. He was just like, oh shit, this guy jumps. Oh, I'm dead.
I think that was an actual quote.
Yeah, like no meme. That was an actual quote.
So Crux, I got a question for you then. So you went from baiting the Punisher over the wall in game 1 to game 3 getting the solo kill in bot lane. How does it feel?
I don't really think I deserved that kill. It wasn't anything special on my part. He walked into tower range and let me get a stun on him.
Ooh.
So
I mean, that's still outplaying your opponent. You baited it in. We'll give you credit.
yeah, thanks. Yeah, but it felt really good to contribute to the team in the next 2 games after my first
Yeah,
appearance.
you definitely had some very good bunkers in game 2 and 3 that we noticed. So
Yeah. But this series was definitely hard, especially when someone's leaking your strategies on fucking stream. Oh, sorry.
All right, we don't need to get into that. That can be taken to behind scenes. So
Yeah, some people weren't really too pleased about getting benched.
yeah. So game number 2 with the Towers of Doom. I mean, that was such a close game, back and forth for both teams.
Yeah, for most of the game we had a really good game plan and we were executing, and then, because of the shakeups, we made one bad call and just opened the floodgates for them to come in.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully, we managed to take it to game 3, and by that time, this is our first 3 games we played as the as the U5 that we've never played before. So by game 3, things were ironed out a little bit. So if you saw game 3 was a little bit of a one-sided game.
So in game 2, is the hammer pick more of a comfort pick? Also, I'm wondering your thoughts about like the Kerrigan Junkrat. Was that fearful for you guys?
All right, so not only that, but then you've got Unstoppable Garrosh who can displace you, Junkrat Bombs who can displace you, the ultimate from Junkrat, the Kerrigan displacements, and then it was just like Lucio displacements. I mean, I didn't care, whatever. But it's Towers of Doom. You gotta look for the bottom keep, which is what we were looking for most of the game there, if you haven't noticed. And then you just take some fucking skulls, pumpkin, go at it. I mean, it was definitely harder because I couldn't D, but like you don't need to D siege mode as Hammer at all. Like you can play her without ever sieging. So it wasn't bad, but it was hard.
Yeah, we brought our best protecting team comp this time around.
Yeah.
No more terrible guardianship over that siege tank. We did a really good job supporting him.
All I was doing that game was go Tyrael, buff the siege tank, and let him do his thing. It was fun.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, the game was definitely very entertaining to watch.
I think several times in that game to note though that we could have taken it a lot earlier, except we were kind of split in our communication on whether or not we were going to capture the shrine or fight.
Yeah. We were a little bit uncoordinated that
So
game, but
it ended up being quite the nail biter.
Definitely on both sides. Like basically
Hey.
the last team fight, it was every team fight was a crucial team fight.
hey, isn't that what makes good games?
It was.
People throwing.
They were definitely entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how frantic the comms were because our casting was just as frantic. Like, oh, I don't know what's happening. People are dying. Everything's everywhere.
Uh,
Actually, this time around, our comms remained actually pretty clear. Everyone was
Yeah,
very
they were.
level-headed.
Yeah.
We really didn't have any issues of us like raging or yelling at each other.
It was pretty
Yeah.
calm. I mean, besides the Kamehameha that we were having at the end where we were capping it with that Lucio.
No,
we were
yeah.
like, ah! But, you know.
that was quite the interesting ending to a game. Holy moly! But yeah, it's okay. We managed to pull through. That's
So
and no, yep. Go on. Sorry.
I mean, I'm just gonna say. So now that you're done, UCF is obviously out of the tournament now, and you guys are moving on. So I want to ask, Kael'thas banned 2 times in a row, and then you let him through. Like, is that because you just think that you don't like playing against him, or you know secrets about UCF and their one trick or something?
Well, we know that he plays, I think, Junkat or KTZ, Kelthas.
Yeah.
So first 2 games, we were like, okay, we'll let him get Junkrat and not Kelthas. The third game, we're like, okay, well,
So
Junkrat's annoying. Oh, sorry, I'll let
we'll get you into the brain of what we thought. We were gonna pick Chogo. They banned it.
They were.
Yeah, we wanted to Chogo.
We were baiting that we're gonna go do the St. Sergeant comp and hope that they'll never ban Cho. But with the behind the scenes things going on, they banned it, but we didn't give a shit.
They
And,
snipped it
We
out.
played our best. So they
Honestly,
played good too. They played amazing, both teams. So
we were waiting for the Gall ban from you guys. Honestly, we were a little disappointed in that.
Oh, we wanted to pick Choga. We're like, okay, we'll just pick Oriole. We'll make them think we're going Hammer, and then insta-load Choga and make it a fun game for everyone, win or lose.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Honestly, everybody's here to have fun. But
Yeah.
so moving on to next week, I believe your options of playing against are either heroic difficulty or Game Freaks. Who would you rather play against?
Well, both are respectable teams, and we're just going to watch their game against Game Freaks and then probably do some research on them. But other than that, we kind of like change the mentality of how we play, and we're here to have fun. So that's what we're going to do.
But no
So-
speculation on who you'd want to play against, who you'd prefer over the others.
We respect.
Who are you
we
voting
respect-
for?
Well, we respect every team. We respect all the teams we faced, and from what we've seen, Game Freaks upset Gazlo, and Heroic upset Average Joe's. So I can't really put my finger on it.
No.
I will say, because I love Gazlo and Game Freaks beat Gazlo, I'm voting for Game Freaks for that reason.
just so we can beat them, avenge those Gazlo guys.
We need to avenge Gazlo if we can.
The camaraderie of
Yeah.
somewhat rivalry.
Because Gazlo's Banshee is literally insane on KTZ. Wait, what was it? KTZ?
Yeah, KTC.
Yeah. So he is insane. He's like, every time we played against Gazlo, we always banned that because we were like, he's just gonna shit on our whole team by himself. So we respected Gazlo a lot. So we really wanted to face them next week, but what can you do?
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm still gonna be looking forward. I'll be watching for you guys for next week in the finals, and then obviously gonna be looking for the grand finals. But congratulations tonight. I think they were definitely some really fun games. I had a great time casting you guys, and it was a lot of fun. And with Skigums. But you guys got any shout outs that you want to do? Be civil. Be civil.
What? Karksmunder has the best shoutouts ever. So I'll let him do the shoutouts.
Crux, you want to do some shout out?
Well, I want to shout out to our sub Crimbo God who was watching this game on the edge of his seat and cheering us on from the audience. I know he really wanted us to win this game.
All right. I got a shout out to the ER team back at the hospital. Watching this game, saving people's lives.
All right.
I guess we'll shout out everyone who helped us get this far. Whether thank you for all the help. Even though we had to part ways, we appreciate your help. I
There we go. All right, all good fun. Well, I think that's gonna be it for me. Thank you guys for joining in. Congratulations once again, and good luck for next week.
Yep. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Night.
See you guys later. Have a good
See
one.
ya.
Bye.
There we go. All right. Well, that was fun. Think you had fun. I think it was all a good time. I hope chat had fun. Thanks for the follows for the people that did. I wasn't able to really see it at the time that it happened, but I got the notification. Yeah, I think that's it. You got anything else going on, Skigum?
No. I mean, those were some great games to watch. I feel like it was a little bit anticlimactic.
It
that
was.
last game,
It did feel
but,
anticlimactic.
I mean, those first two games were just nuts. I mean, we got to give it to UCF. They really showed up. They played, I'd say, pretty much three good games. I felt like they had a chance in that third one. They didn't play that terrible. It's just you get behind on two, and that's what happens.
Yeah, it's one of those snowballing maps we would kind of guess from the beginning. But yeah, all right. Well, that's going to be it for us, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Shoot me a follow if you liked it enough. I'll try to cast next week. I think for finals, there's specific rules for finals casting, so we'll see how it goes. But, I stream now and then. I'll definitely be trying to cast next season and most likely be playing on some type of NGS team next season. And then, Skigums, where can we find you?
You can find me over at Team Freelo.
And you guys got a game on Friday.
Yeah, we have a game on Friday. We are playing Tilted Miners.
Oh, yeah, and I'm casting that. What do you know?
I think 10:30. Yeah, I think you're going to be there. I think I'm going to be there.
All right, we'll just see each other again. We can go yell at you. Yell at one speedy
that
boy.
hasn't stopped you before.
True.
One speedy boy checking in.
All right. Well, thanks for joining in, guys. You guys have a good night.